Hi guys, today it's time for Inspirado. I want to share two of my favorite opening lines with you. The opening of a novel or a story is really important. Apart from the title, this is usually the first thing anybody will read from you. So your opening should draw the reader in. It should be so extraordinary that you'd want to read on, that you couldn't do anything else but to read on. Opening lines can contain mystery, humor, something exciting, something true, or all of it combined. But for me as a writer, the first sentences do something more. They remind me what I'd really love to write. I don't want to write anything boring. I want to be excited and touched by what I write myself. And writing will only excite me if I dare to start something like this. I'm going to read The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. The first page only, not the whole book. It was only a duck pond out at the back of the farm. It wasn't very big. Letty Hamstock said it was an ocean, but I knew that was silly. She said they'd come here across the ocean from the old country. Her mother said that Letty didn't remember properly, and it was a long time ago, and anyway the old country had sunk. Old Miss Hamstock, Letty's grandmother, said they were both wrong, and that the place that had sunk wasn't the really old country. She said she could remember the really old country. She said the really old country had blown up. Now I'm going to read The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. My mother used to tell me about the ocean. She said there was a place where there was nothing but water as far as you could see, and that it was always moving, rushing toward you and then away. She once showed me a picture that she said was my great-great-great-grandmother standing in the ocean as a child. It had been years since, and the picture was lost to a fire long ago, but I remember it faded and worn, a little girl surrounded by nothingness. In my mother's stories passed down from her many great-grandmother, the ocean sounded like the wind through the trees, and men used to ride the water. Once when I was older and our village was suffering through a drought, I asked my mother why, if so much water existed, were there years when our own streams ran almost dry. She told me that the ocean wasn't for drinking, that the water was filled with salt. That is when I stopped believing her about the ocean. Those two beginnings are humming with the promise of an entirely different world that we're about to get sucked into. I strive to create promises like this, and that's what I think about when I write my first sentences. So what are your favorite opening lines? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next week. Bye bye.